This is Francois. We call her Foofy. She is a blue splash marin and lays a beautiful dark brown egg. Foofy has a bare bottom, and we're trying to figure out why. This mysterious bald spot showed up during the winter months when she was about 6 months old. When this happens, the first thing you want to try to figure out is why? What's the cause? What's going on? This is most likely not a molt. First, it doesn't fit the pattern. Molts typically happen from the head and neck down, and she has no other feather loss that we can see. Plus, this happened when she was only 6 months old. The first adult molt typically doesn't occur until a chicken is about a year old. Did a predator grab some feathers and rip them out? We think that's highly unlikely. Our coop and run are well protected. The only way it could have happened is if Foofy had her rear end up against the wall of the run or a window in the coop. But we didn't find any evidence of that, such as claw marks on the coop, scratches on the hardware cloth, or any feathers laying outside the run. We did find some feathers laying inside the coop and in the run. Could it be an infestation? Mites and other parasites can cause feather loss, but typically not like this. Also, if you look at the bald spot, you can see some bruising, and it appears as if some of the feathers have been broken off. Yet another clue is when it's treat time, Foofy is hanging back, almost as if she's afraid to come near the rest of the flock. So, the summary of our evidence then is number 1, the feather loss doesn't fit the pattern of a molt. 2, there isn't any evidence of a parasite. 3, there is also no evidence of a predator. 4, there is bruising and some of the feathers are broken off at the shaft. And 5, Foofy is tentative around the rest of the hens. If you haven't already guessed it, we believe the evidence points to bullying. She's being targeted by one of her flock mates. This started during the winter when we had the run covered, so there isn't much for them to look at and they can't get out in free range. The result is that it's not unusual for bullying to happen this time of year. They're bored and everyone is always in close proximity to each other. We treated the bald area with an ointment to discourage the others from pecking her. Hopefully that'll put a stop to it. By the way, if this happens to one of your birds, you may need to do this multiple times. I've listed the products we have used in the first aid download, which you can find in the resources section. By the way, we did catch a couple of the hens pecking at her bottom. And if you see this happen, it doesn't necessarily mean that chicken is the bully. In fact, it doesn't mean you even have a bully. Any bald spot like this will naturally attract the other chickens. Regarding her feathers that are broken off, if some of the shaft is still present like you see here, the feather probably won't grow back until the next molt. I feel sorry for Foofy because she's probably going to have this bald spot for quite a while yet. Okay, fast forward a couple of months, and Foofy doesn't appear to be so reluctant to join the rest of the flock when it's treat time. It's now spring, and she still has the bald spot, but it's been several weeks since we've seen any bruising. Hopefully, we're beyond the bullying, and now it's just a matter of waiting for her to molt so the feathers can regrow in that area. The lesson here is, if you see something like this in one of your chickens, consider the clues that you have, try to determine the cause, and take appropriate action. In this case, applying a no-pick ointment seems to have resolved the worst of it. Her next molt should take care of the rest.